thinker Steven Spielberg once said, "Technology can be our best friend, and technology can be the biggest party pooper of our lives. It interrupts our own story, interrupts our ability to have a thought or a daydream, to imagine something wonderful, because we're too busy bridging the walk from the cafeteria back to the office on our cell phone." The majority of people in the world own and regularly use cell phones, including students. The age that people are getting their first cell phone is becoming younger and younger with each generation, raising a large problem in schools. The amount of power that cell phones have and the types of things that they can do cause eyebrows to be raised about their use in the classroom. Many people consider them a distraction, while others feel like they are a necessity. College Teaching, April 1st, 2015, explains a study showing survey data from nearly 400 college students across multiple public and private universities to better understand why students use phones in the classroom. Results from the survey demonstrate that more than 80% of students that use their phone at least once per class, and the students generally believe this to be acceptable practice. But the question is this: should students have access to devices in school, or should cell phone bans should be the best way to go? Looking at different research shows studies with students about phone use in the classroom. I learned the value of both sides to this highly debated argument and explore the pros and cons of having phones in the classroom. Allowing students to use their phones in the classroom is beneficial, that such provides instant and personal safety, but can also be a distraction to students. Text messaging, one of many ways phones are used in the classroom. Phones are used for both good and bad when in the classroom. Many students will use their phones for educational use, such as calculators and getting information off the web, while others use their phone to go on social media, texting, or watching videos. American Secondary Education, June 1st of 2016, states the features that students reported using most often were the calculator, internet access, the calendar, the clock timer, of all which were reported of 80 to 90% of the students. 70 to 75 reported using educational apps, playing music, and sending and receiving text. And approximately 60% reported using features for watching video apps and downloading stuff and emailing, which were different apps during lectures. Students were doing worse on tests than those that didn't. Communication Education, July 1st of 2015, showed studies that people that responded to messages relating to lecture content were 10 to 14% higher on multiple choice questions. It goes to show that going on apps during lectures may decrease your score on a test that you take later. Oftentimes, students are more prone to go on their phones when in a bigger or longer class. It is also known that when coming to the end of the class, students are more likely to take out their phones and check their notifications. College Teaching, April 1st of 2015, states if a smaller class sizes lead to students becoming more engaged by increasingly student visibility and a sense of belonging, students will naturally feel less tempted to use a cell phone in class. Phones are often looked as a distraction and not very suitable for class. However, there are many uses for phones in the classroom. There are some advantages of allowing students to bring mobile phones to the classroom, such as safety reasons and learning on the go. Since cell phones are light and easy to carry, they can act as emergency contact tools for students. It is very important if a student has a personal phone to use and contact their parents, head teachers, or police in case something wrong happens. Because technology is becoming an increasingly part of our lives, mobile learning is becoming a more popular teaching style. It is very important for students to be in a position to learn at any time and anywhere. The educational world is changing, and many scholars are attending virtual classrooms. Advanced cell phones like the iPhone and Samsung Galaxy have wide screens which can display data in high resolution, and they have big storage hardware, which can be used to store electronic books. Services like Dropbox can be used to store academic notes, remotely allow students to access this data anywhere. Mobile learning applications such as Piazza.com can allow teachers to create a virtual classroom and assign coursework to their students. Educational Leadership, May 1st of 2015, states that cell phones can help ensure that both parents and students are aware of purpose homework assignments. For example, teachers can send group texts to students and their parents for reasonable intervals, perhaps once or twice a day, giving them information about homework, including what the homework is and the assignment and the due date. Although the many benefits to having phones in the classroom, many teachers seem to disagree and use them. Two major disadvantages to having phones in the classroom are distraction and cheating. Since today's cell phones have more applications, students will get distracted in the quest of trying to discover or try out new cell phone applications. For example, female students are more likely to get distracted by mobile applications such as Pinterest.com, Facebook, and Twitter, while the male students may get distracted by games on their phones or video streaming applications. This is a continuous distraction that will affect students' concentration in the classroom, and it also distracts other students around them. Science News for Children, September 10th of 2018 states, the constant distraction of electronic devices may make students struggle more with complex materials. Research also finds teens that spend more than 6 hours a day on electronic devices. These kids rarely read books or magazines and makes them unprepared for college-level work. Another disadvantage to having phones in the classroom is that it's easy for students to cheat. It is easy, quick, and quiet to cheat while taking a test by looking up answers on their phone. Students can decide to scan their notes on their cell phone and use text messaging services to cheat on exams. Students can also Google exam questions and copy whatever they find online to take their test, and which can result in failure. Mobile devices have been accessible all around the world for the past 10 years, and is still improving distractedly. As technology advances, keeping up with these changes is never easy, especially when no one knows what the outcomes are. It is unlikely that the benefits and negative aspects will be, but it's a necessary process. Cell phones can be positive teaching tools, but can also be a very distraction to the environment of the classroom. However it may appear, it is essential that children and youth learn about the reality of cell phones. In doing so, they can make more positive choices on how they can use their devices. Rick Solomon states, every time there's a new tool, whether it's internet or cell phones or anything else, all these things can be used for good or evil. Technology is neutral. It just depends how it's used. Thank you and have a good night.